Hello, my amazing friends. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to my channel. My name is V Valera and I am the author of Readers. The book information is below in the description as well as links to my other platforms where you can connect to me. Today, I'm doing another reading for the 144,000 twin flames. Now, I had already done the divine masculine and divine feminine videos yesterday, and I really didn't think I was going to post anything today because those took a lot out of me and I was just trying to recover. But I went out to the store today and I really felt the panic and fear out there. And as I was driving home, I just got some intuition that, you know, there is a message that needs to be communicated to the 144s, which is that the spirit world would like us to, well, let me back up. Of the 144,000, 1/3, well, I calculated like that, but it is said that part is in the spirit realm, and I called them the radio controllers. So they're doing work on the other side. And then the other two parts, the rest of the 144s, is incarnate. Not all the sets may be paired, but there's that many incarnate. So I was doing some numbers. It's about 95,000, I believe. And so what Spirit World would like us to do is to essentially give the world a 144K hug. And what I mean by that is they are calling the 144Ks to use their abilities to influence each of the spheres in their lives in a positive way, to influence them with calmness and love in this uncertain time. And they're asking the 144s to go out to do that. Now, if there are 95,000 on the earth, you can imagine exponentially what would happen if each one influence their sphere like that. There would be, I could possibly cover the globe, which is why they were saying they would like a global hug, basically, from the 144s. And so what I mean by that is, it's whatever ability that you have that they're asking you to do to carry this out using those abilities. So they're not saying, I mean, if you're so inclined to do so, feel free, but they're not saying like go knock on each door and say this or that. But, if you have an ability and if you are able to, offer some assistance or love to those around you, that will go a long way because that will exponentially multiply and it will help lift the vibration up. Because these are very uncertain, scary times with the pandemic, with the coronavirus, COVID pandemic. Some areas more than others. And so the ones that aren't so heavily affected, it would be just really amazing if we have the ability to influence the spheres around us with calmness and light and love. Okay, and so I'm going to do a quick reading for you. On top of your deck is a feather. So I was letting the sage smoke out, and because there was too much, and I promise you I'm not around any birds at all. The only birds I see are crows, and I haven't seen them lately. So I have no idea where this possibly could have come from. But there it was, sitting on the carpet right underneath my window, and I've sat here a gazillion times filming, and I've never seen it. So, as they say, when you see a feather, usually means that there's been an angel nearby or an angel visit, and they kind of leave them as, you know, little winks to us and also as assurance. So I wanted to let you know that as you go out and carry out this task, as you hear the call, they are with you. I'm going to put it, actually, here it is. I'm going to put it with my favorite crystal, and hopefully you can see that every time you watch the videos. Okay, so I've already shuffled extensively many times off camera, and I'm going to do so on camera. And I don't know, this is not going to be like a traditional reading. I'm just going to go with it and see what messages they want to say, but I'm going to pull tarot cards and oracle cards, whatever they would like. Here we go. Now we're going to ask for messages for the 144K regarding the pandemic that's happening right now, and messages they have for you. Okay. That was a lot. I think it's almost the whole reading. Okay, let's see what they have to say. Hope you can see this in your screen. Okay, I was trying to hear what the messages were. Okay, so we have 5 of Pentacles, Prince of Wands, 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups, Prince of Cups, 10 of Wands, 6 of Cups, Princess of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, let me try to hear the message. Okay, we have 5 of Pentacles as the first card, and 5 of Pentacles typically means being left out in the cold. Then we have the Prince of Wands, which is new action. And then we have the 5 of Cups, which is my card for spilt milk, or focusing on problems and not the assets. Let me look up something really quickly. A lot of times I teeter between the Rider-Waite deck and my deck, so I always have all these meanings in my head. New action, yeah, new ideas, new communications. Okay. Okay, all right, I'm hearing it. Okay, so in the world right now, there are many people feeling left out in the cold, meaning they don't feel like they have enough resources. They feel turned away. They feel downtrodden, lonely. These are all the words that they're telling me. They feel desolate, very worried. But definitely this is the mood in the globe, and they're showing me it's all over the world, because they're showing me these women, and they look like they're from another country. So they're telling me it's globally. This is the sentiment. Sentiment. Oh gosh, sorry. I'm like, did I say that right? Okay, so that is what the world is feeling right now. Now, this one is new ideas in communications. This is you guys. You action, or wands are action. They're also fire. And then like a prince is not a king. So it's not a like king of wands. It's a prince of wands. So, and it's like a spark. It's a spark. It's a new action, new ideas, new communication. So this is you guys. As the world is feeling like this, you guys are being asked to mobilize and act, but not in the sense that some of you may be thinking like march out in the streets. Not like that. It's like what we talked about earlier, which is influencing the sphere around us. Because if there are 95,000 of the four twin flames, so that's what 42,000 sets, 42,000 plus sets out there, all over the world. You can imagine the world. Just imagine their influence, their sphere, their spherical influence, and it creates a grid all over the world. So where everyone is spread out, the interconnectedness will each of the 144s will create an interconnectedness that will blanket the globe. That's what they're saying. Whew. Guys, you have to forgive me. This is a lot of energy, and this is not the same as connecting to just, some of the zodiac signs. It's connecting, it's channeling the spirits and then connecting to all of you. It's gnarly. So forgive me, I'm tongue-tied, and there's so much being communicated in my head. So that's what they're saying. And this card is a 5 of Cups. And like I was saying earlier, it's my card for spilt milk, but it's also one of the definitions, one of the meanings is to focus on the issues, not on the assets. So they're asking you, as part of your spiritual task, this third call they're saying that they've made in this past week, to help people focus on what they do have, not what they don't have. And in doing so, it will uplift their spirits. This card, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but she has 5 goblets. 3 have spilled, and she's really bummed about them. But she doesn't, though she sees it, she is still bummed about the goblets spilling, and not the 2 goblets that are still filled with whatever she values that's in it. She's more, you know, like I said, it's the card for spilt milk. She's more focused on what was destroyed rather than what she still has, what she does have. So your task will be to try to help everyone understand that while this is happening, there are still many things to feel grateful for. And, you know, in light of the sicknesses and deaths around the world, it may seem rather, I'll just say, like, rather tone deaf. But their goal is to help people switch their perception. Because if we they're saying, like, if we get to, if we spiral, you know, too much, too fast into all this heaviness, we may not be able to pull out. So that brings me to the next line, which is the Four of Cups. And that Four of Cups card is typically the card for feeling indignant. As you can see, she's just, you know, looking away. She's not really, very much the same as the Five of Cups, you know, or very similar in that they're not paying attention to what is, to the asset that they have. They're paying more attention to, you know, things that are already gone. I need to. It's also, okay, the keywords dissatisfaction, overindulgence, and boredom. Okay, so I'm hearing the message. People are they're overindulging on their panic, on their sad feelings. They're going too much into it. Like I was just saying, they're like starting to spiral. Okay. They're starting to spiral and holding on too much to those bad feelings instead of, like the Five of Cups card said, instead of focusing on the asset, instead of focusing on what they do have, which, you know, we can always find something to be grateful for. And like I said, the Spirit's goal is for you to show people how to switch their perception. So this next card is the Prince of Cups card, and that is the card for invitation. They're inviting you, 144s, to teach people how to successfully act. 10 of Wands is accumulation of success, and Wands are action. So this is all happening, okay? And they're asking you to show them, take action and show them a more, to show them how they can succeed during this pandemic. And then the last line is Six of Cups, Princess of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. Okay, I already heard the message. They're talking about you guys. Six of Cups is the card for someone from your past. So, as you know, a lot of times when this card comes up for twin flames, they're talking about someone from your past. They're not saying your last boyfriend or girlfriend 3 weeks ago. They're talking about a soul connection from the past, from some of your past lifetimes. And so basically they're talking about your counterpart, right? So they're saying this one, Princess of Swords, is the card for clarity. And then Six of Pentacles is the card for reciprocation. but they're showing me like this is you guys. You guys are going to, it's like they're asking you guys to join up together. You have 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. So there's, and these are sets. They're all even. So they're asking you to join up together, reunite together, to do these tasks. And how that's going to be made clear to you. Princess of Swords. Let me get some. Let me pull some more cards on this. Spirits, please tell us about this. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Please tell us. 4 of Cups. Okay. 4 of Cups. Inspiration and planting seeds. Okay. Okay, I hear what they're saying now. So people are starting to spiral. They're starting to just focus on, you know, become very indulgent on these emotions that do not serve them. So they're asking you to plant the seeds of inspiration. 7 of Pentacles is plant the seeds. Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Wands is inspiration. And it's an Ace of Wands. It's not the 10 of Wands, even though that's here. So it's the beginning. They're asking you to help replace this overindulgence into sad feelings. Help replace that by planting seeds of inspiration in those around you. And they're inviting you to do this. It's going to accumulate into success. You're going to succeed in it. It's going to be successful. Okay. And let's ask Princess of Swords. Let's ask what they mean by that. This is the card for clarity or defense. Let's ask them what they mean. Dear spirits, please tell us about the Princess of Swords. Here we go. Okay, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. So they're asking you to reunite with your counterpart. If it's possible at this point in the time, at this point in your timeline, they're asking you to reunite, to come together, to pair up. Reciprocation sets counterparts to pair up. And it's going to be made clear to you why or how. And so we just asked them about this card, and they're saying 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is the card for hard work. They want you to get to work. And 10 of Pentacles is a card for abundance, prosperity, absolute abundance. But it's also the card for family. So yeah, they're asking you to gather, pair up, find your counterpart. They need your hard work. They need you to reunite. There are some reunions that are within reach for some of you. You know, some parts of the set have been, you know, slacking. Refer to my Divine Feminine and separate Divine Masculine videos. So they're asking you to forget all that and to take action take action, help. Okay, reunite, and they're saying alliance. Form an alliance. All of the 144s. I wish we could just like raise hands, like who's one of them, and then that way we can see where everyone is located across the globe. But that is basically, this is a more detailed version, but it's essentially the message that they were telling me earlier. Like I said, I'm going to name this video The Third Call, because they're calling you to, they're saying to do your part. Use the abilities you were given and help in this part. Because it is crazy out there. The panic buying, the fear, the panic, the uncertainty. It's all very scary. And you know, they just told me, you guys are different, okay? So the rest of the world is not like you. They can't handle things like you do. So they need you. Okay, this is a heavy-duty message. I've never done a message like this before. So let's call upon the very strong deck, White Light Oracle, and see what the spirits would like to say to the 144Ks about this in conjunction with the reading. Okay, got 4. All right. We have the A, soft or, Lord help me pronounce these, Epsilon modulation, Ivory wish-fulfilling crow, and Devara Patra. I will tell you right now, these have never fallen for anyone. So this is definitely tailored for you. Okay, 22. I, soft or. I am sorry if I'm just totally butchering the pronunciation. Okay, here we go. A way through the struggle has already been created for you, and you are being led onto that path. Your authentic soul path may include recognition and acclaim, notable success and admiration. Be grateful, but do not be dazzled or distracted by such experiences. Focus on what connects you to your heart and grounds you in the simplicity of spiritual truth, which is the practice of love, kindness, and peace. This will allow for successful progress in the material world without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. Okay. Is that resonating for you? I already heard the message. Some of you, when you go to help, you may get recognized, and they're saying just, it's awesome to be recognized. Congratulations, well done. But make sure you keep your task and focus. Make sure you still keep remembering who you are. Let me see if there's another message. Okay. In the mysticism of the Kabbalah, oh, it's an N. Ein Sof Or is the first and truest light. It emerges from the Absolute, which is pure emptiness, beyond all characteristics, phenomena, and form. The capacity to create something from apparently nothing is one of the definitions of magic. Ein Sof Or is the universe pulling rabbits out of hats on a cosmic scale. Because the spiritual light emerges from the spaciousness of infinite potentiality, It is imbued with endless creativity, resourcefulness, and spontaneous responsiveness. Whatever is needed is made manifest, provided to the receptive heart, and will benefit all beings. So, whatever it is that, not whatever it is, this call that you're answering, you're going to be provided with what you need to accomplish your task for this specific situation, which is the coronavirus pandemic. And this one is like a wink to you where it says the universe is pulling rabbits out of hats on a cosmic scale. It's a little wink to you. So what the universe is doing is like pulling you guys all out from your little comfort spheres and going like, bloop, it's time. Bloop, it's time. Okay, epsilon modulation. And trust me when I say that I had no intention of doing another reading today, but this is, they feel it's necessary. So, epsilon modulation. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. Let's see. This oracle asks you to put your faith in the spiritual power of your path. Dedicate yourself to your personal development and seek out the loving presence of those upon the earth and in spirit who nurture your heart and protect your soul. So a couple messages there. They're saying that, you're going to be able to help in the way that you are able to help. You're not going to be able to do what another 144 can do, but the world needs what you can do. So keep that in mind. And this, what they said, seek out the loving presence of those upon the earth and in spirit who nurture your heart and protect your soul. Even if you're in a far-flung corner of the world, 144s, you can still tap in to the 144 collective and, seek anything that you need to help nurture you so that you can carry out your spiritual task. Remember, we are all connected. 39, ivory wish-fulfilling crow. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping, control, and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into that which you seek. Connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through to the fulfillment of your potential. Trying to hear that. There's a couple messages in here. Okay, some of you are going like, what the heck? What are you saying? What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? They're saying, have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even leading you into that which you seek. So some of you may have had a desire to help, to help things on a big scale, but you just didn't know how. And they're saying this is the call that you've been looking for, that you've been wishing for, which is why it's called Ivory Wish-Fulfilling Crow. But it also kind of touches on this one, where this card where you can, so you're going to be new to this, some of you, and you might not be prepared for the external energies, especially the heavy fear, panic energies that are going on right now. So when that happens, if you feel a little bit injured by it, they're saying go within, tap into the collective, and repower yourself, they're saying. Okay. Devara Patra. Out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. A powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. Whoa, this is exactly what we're talking about here. Let's see if there's another message for you. Okay, Devara is Sanskrit for a pathway, an opening or portal, a doorway, or even a means of method. The oracle of Devara Patra indicates the way for your deepest fulfillment is via the receptive faculty of the sacred feminine. The feminine way is organic, creative, responsive, spontaneous, and effective. It is not constrained by our human perceptions of what is or is not possible. To honor and empower the sacred feminine genius in our lives requires a considerable shift away from the mainstream conditioning and into spiritual surrender. Allowing her method, rather than blocking her loving creativity in all our lives, entails the movement from head to heart. That means you will not necessarily understand how a situation will work out, yet you will feel inner guidance to proceed in a particular way. Your inner guidance will often seem to disregard the otherwise convincing realities of the outside world. That inner wisdom has allegiance to a deeper truth than appearances can convey. You may wonder at times if you are crazy to follow an internal guidance system so at odds with the way the majority of people move about in this world, yet you will know in the depths of your being that your inner guidance is true and wise. As you invert your priorities from ego to soul, you'll invert your locus of orientation from head to heart, from outer to inner reality. You will trust what your heart knows, whether or not this makes sense to your logical mind, or to anyone else's for that matter. This oracle foretells a happy, heartfelt manifestation, a true blessing come to life. Whoa, okay, I was hearing a lot of messages for that one. So, kind of follows with this. Some of you may have been wishing for a way to use your abilities to do good in the world, and that is opening up for you. The path is being opened to you on how to do it. Okay, that's a message for some of you. For others, the last parts that I read, those 2 paragraphs, basically there's some out there, which is totally fine, that are watching and listening and like, what the F is this chick saying? She must be insane. You know, there's a lot of what you're hearing, your body, your physical body is having a reaction to it, like, this is nuts, she's nuts, this is not even reality. I'm going to turn this off because that's effing insane. I get it. I hear you, man. I hear you. Because there's a lot of things that I see, hear, and I think, like, there's no way that that's real. But it is my everyday life. And I'm sure, very sure, that it is your everyday life out there too, if you're a 144K. So what they're saying is, yes, you may be resisting hearing this call, hearing the message, that you're having like a visceral reaction, like, I wish he'd shut the F up. I'm sorry, this is what they're saying. I wish he'd shut the F up, and who the F does she think she is, and blah, blah, blah. I just pass on the messages, okay? And it's part of my spiritual tasks, and I am very obedient to the spirit world. They have led me to nowhere but awesomeness. So I trust 1,000% in them. And like I said, this is my spiritual task. And so, yeah, some of you may be thinking like, this does not make sense. But on the inside, your higher self hears, and they know. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what to do, and they know exactly where to take you. It's just a matter of, for them, the higher selves, it's just a matter of them breaking down your physical self's resistance to the information. And that, to put it mildly, there's part of you that doesn't want to act because this is just way too much for, it's not part of everyday life. But there's another part of you, your higher self, your 144K higher self, that's like, come on, let's do this. So that's going to be a situation for some of you. And others will be like, hell yeah, let's, get in the truck and, do what we got to do. And I'm talking about maybe, I had just read this somewhere. Maybe the elderly can't get out to the grocery store, and where they live, several where they live. You can ask them, hey, what would you like? What do you need? And you pick up the items and you drop it off at their doorstep, no contact. But you've helped. That elevates the vibration, my friends, my brothers and sisters. And that is exactly what the spirit world is asking right now. They're asking you to come together. They're asking you to be family. Okay? And then see the circle, notice the circle. The world, the globe, is one whole family. It's humanity. Okay, so let me leave you off with something from the General, Archangel Michael. We need more than ever his protection, his guidance, and definitely his strength. Oh, also, he's saying if you don't already know the Saint Michael or the Archangel Michael's prayer, download it, commit it to memory, because where some of you are going, you will need it. And that's for future tasks. It's for demon work. Okay, here we go. Dear Archangel Michael. Didn't fall. Okay. Here we go. The Orion Gate. Holy shitballs. You can't write this. The tagline is service. He is coming in strong. His energy is very strong, my friends. The Orion Gate, service. What is more important, being of service to others or being of service to yourself? This is a recurring dilemma that you must reconcile. Know that service to others can only be sustained if you look after your own needs first. You cannot honor life and the universe if you do not honor yourself. Acknowledge this great truth quietly within your loving heart. Does it not make sense to you? Stand before the light of love and allow it to dissolve any lingering traces of guilt. It is possible to be of service to humanity without sacrificing your own needs. It just requires great love. Love is the light of your soul. It is a flame of knowledge that stems from deep within the heart of creation. I tell you, General Michael, Archangel Michael always knows what to say. Sorry, I'm partially in tears right now. So the message here is some of you are going, how am I going to help other people? Is it safe to help other people? I got to take care of myself first. And what he's saying is, yes, you are right. You are exactly right. Take care of yourself first. But even if you take care of yourself first, it doesn't mean that you can't take care of others. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? He's saying that some of you are feeling like, I got to take care of myself first. I don't understand what you're all saying about going out and helping people. I could get sick. He's saying, yeah, take precautions, take care of yourself, but still go out there and do what you can, because you are able to. You are one of the 144s. You are well able to. You're equipped. They grant it to you in divine ways. And they're saying, when you go out there, you are far more protected than others, because you were created to do things like this. So they will provide for you spiritually, even materially, so that you can carry out what you need to do. So that is his message. I hope that you understand this reading. I haven't done one before. This is like an emergency, all points bulletin type of reading. I hope that you got the messages, it resonated for you, and it will help you carry out what you need to do. If you still have questions, have doubts, leave a comment, write me directly, and I would be happy to help you. And if any of you, they're saying, if any of you would like a private reading, book a private reading with me, because I sense there's a lot that have confusion out there, and that's okay. But of the ones that are watching, some are going to be confused and still carry out the task, and they're just built that way. They're just gonna go out and carry out that task. So good luck to you, my friends, my brothers and sisters. Stay safe, be well. I'm grateful for you, and I hope this message reaches you. Sending you my love. Bye.